Welcome back to Big Head Small Cap, the investment show that is the emotional equivalent of eating an entire bag of Sour Patch Kids in reverse. And what I mean by that is all sweet followed by intense emotional sourness. The reason for the intensity of this sourness is a bunch of my trades that I closed at prices I was really happy to get and I thought I had done well just did so well today. I would have made so much money if I had held on. GigaCloud, I sold out at 24 within 24 hours of my sale, even less. Actually, within like 6 hours of my sale, it was 26. So I left 4 grand on the table. Aether, within, again, a day of my sale was 1550. So I left, at least, what's that, 3 grand on the table there. So 7 grand I left on the table in one day just from getting out of trades too prematurely, which is just a killer because you don't get a ton of opportunities to make that much money that quickly. That said, listen, I have to be emotionally stable about this. I did get a good return on GigaCloud. I waited 16 days on that trade, so I was pretty patient, and I'm happy with the return. I'm just going to be happy with it. At least do my best to be happy with it. Obviously, I'm not happy with it, but whatever. Um, Catalyst, just so disappointing. It just keeps going down. It's one of our cheaper names. It's got great growth. I don't know why it keeps going down. I think if I'm patient on this thing, I should make money. But like I said, it's frustrating. Rivian did a little bit better today. Emotionally, Rivian really stabilized me today because it did turn up. I didn't end up getting my order at 1450, which is a bad thing, but also a good thing emotionally. If I had gotten it, I'd be back to even by now, but I didn't get it. But whatever. At least it never went down that much. And now I can stop running afraid of Rivian. I do want to get out of it. Again, it was the wrong trade. I should stay in the names that are good and not trade speculative names. At this point, I'm just a day trader on Rivian. I got no insight other than the fact I see their cars all over the place and they look like great cars. But what the hell do I know? The street already knows that kind of stuff. So Lantheus did well today, marginally up. Gravity did poorly. I'm really surprised I'm losing money on that. This is the cheapest name of all in our portfolio. That said, it is foreign an ADR equity, so it's very low volumes, and I think that hangs on the stock significantly. Uh, but I'm confident here. I think I can stay with this trade for a long time. I think I can make money. Hopefully, like I said, I can get it up to 70 in the near term and then blow it out and make my 2 grand. That would be great, but whatever. So we are up a whopping 45.5% in exactly 8 weeks. I'm really ecstatic by that. I think you remember I'd set my goal at 44%. But 45% is even nicer. I have only a few days left in the month. And my portfolio now is in a place, it's in a really safe space. I don't see it making or losing a lot of money at this moment. So I think I can, unless I want to get aggressive next week, I think I can end with a number similar to this. We'll see, of course. Any one of these could blow up in my face. I could end up looking like an idiot, but right now I'm feeling pretty good, feeling like this is a portfolio I could sleep with. That said, I'm only 108K allocated out of 100 and basically 150 now portfolio. So for me to continue to generate these kind of returns, I have to get more aggressively allocated. So I'm going to need to add in the next month, by the end of February, I need to get this up to over basically 85 to keep at this a similar growth rate. So to do that, I'm going to have to make sure I'm reasonably allocated most of the time. But right now, anyway, I'm happy with where we are. Let's talk about the stocks that I think have a real capability of going up or of being stocks I'd want to trade in the near term. Gravity, we've got what we want, so we're not going to talk about that one. Daktronics dropped today to $8. I'm feeling comfortable at this point with 7.5. If it got back to 7.5, I think I'd buy a fair amount of Daktronics. Journey, I'm still going to wait on. Blade Air Mobility, it's getting close. It's been down. If it got to 250, I think I might play there. Amelix, now this thing has run a little bit. Again, I got out at 15 because it just wasn't moving immediately around to 15.50, which I just was again the sour, the bittersweet thing, or the sweet bitter thing. But yeah, I can't imagine this will do much. But if it got back down to 14.50, I guess I'd buy it again. Talkspace is another. Any one of these, frankly. These cheaper names is starting to look really good. We're in Lantheus. We're in Catalyst. Both of these, I think, look good. They're relatively cheap, so I'm fine holding on to them. And Evogen, that's the final one. That dropped to 70 cents. We had said 0.65 was our entry point because at that point it is basically a negative enterprise or break-even enterprise value, and it's got a fair amount of cash. How much cash does it have? It's got about 27 million. So it's almost like I don't know. It just seems like there's plenty of upside. That said, a company like that never needs to go up. It can just sit at that until eventually it goes out of business. There's no market force that can drive a company that tiny up if people just don't want to own it. It's losing money, so it's got to get the profitability. So. And then this one, AMCR. AMCR, semiconductor name. It is profitable, although its balance sheet has been going down, but it is profitable. And it's a name people seem to want to own a lot of. So if this got down to 17.50, I think I'd probably make a pretty big play on it and hopefully run it up to 20. So that's it. That's where we are. Really proud of what we've accomplished in 8 weeks, 45 grand. You've seen how I've done it, all these trades. We didn't have a single trade. We ultimately had to retire as a loser, though I think this one is our first candidate. But we didn't have any others. And, hopefully it will ultimately be a winner. We'll see. So that's it. I don't think I'll do a weekend edition. We'll have to see. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. If I get inspired, I will. But right now I've got nothing on my mind. So I'll talk to you next week then when the market opens up and see if anything exciting is going on. All right. Good luck to you guys. Talk to you later.